And Lex Luger is sold out. He's sold out to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Raw Retro Review. Today we are doing the July 18th, 1994. And as you heard there, Raw starts off with Tatanka implying that Luger has sold out. Last week, DiBiase said that this was the case, but it looks like we're going to find out tonight. The first match of the night is Diesel versus Lex Luger. Jim Ross on commentary says that if this match is as good as the Brett and 1-2-3 Kid, you know what? I'm just going to stop right there because I think he was off the beam when he said this. In the early 90s, for sure, Jim Ross was on something at this time. Diesel and Luger can never live up to that kind of match. Not even Diesel. Luger by himself in a good match? Come on. Like, he's the reason I started this rule to keep myself sane doing these reviews, where I get to skip a certain superstar's match, no matter the importance, which is what I do here for Luger's match. I caught some of this while I was skipping ahead. The ref was knocked out and Racer came running out, so then all four of them were in the ring, so the ref just called for the match, ended it. Racer Ramon gets attacked from behind and Shawn hits the super kick. Luger comes in for the save as they were going for a pile driver. Racer looks like he took a hard fall on his shoulder and neck area. This is probably also going to be setting up Diesel and Racer the rematch at SummerSlam. They just have a standoff as they go to commercial. Million Dollar Man was also seen at the stage entrance just looking on, but we still don't know if Luger is or not working with DiBiase. Next up in a jobber match, Mabel gets a win with a fallaway slam. Then in the SummerSlam update, we learn that Owen Hart is getting his title match against Brett inside a steel cage. The Hart family will be at ringside, so that's why the cage match is necessary, so that there will be no outside interference. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Every single steel cage match that has been said to be made to keep people out, people always get in. So Owen Hart comes out and wins his squash match with the sharpshooter. Jim Neidhart still holding his jockstrap ringside. And next up we get another squash match, this time for Sparky Plug, who gets the win with a flying crossbody. Then we get a recap of what's been going on with the whole Undertaker situation. When he was last seen at the Rumble, the different sightings from random places at different locations. Then when supposedly the Undertaker was bought by DiBiase and was brought out on the Heartbreak Hotel. And then when Paul Bearer came out and noticed that this new Taker was a fake and tells us that everything will get settled at SummerSlam. Well, not really, but that's what I got out of it. He was speaking in tongues, so I just did some paraphrasing there. The $1 Million Man comes out with Bam Bam Bigelow, who's in another jobber match on this episode. A modified $1 Million Dream move to pick up the win. He basically had the guy in the hold, and then they went down like if Bigelow was giving the guy a bulldog. They get an interview with Ted after the match where they ask him if he's got Luger or not. He doesn't confirm it and instead tells us that he's got a bigger announcement over the weekend. Tatanka walks out and confronts DiBiase by telling us that he knows Luger was bought by him. DiBiase just says that he's jealous because the offer wasn't given to him. So he puts up $10,000 if Tatanka can beat Nikolai Volkov next week on Raw. Tatanka accepts, so we got that to look forward to, I guess. That's it for Raw, so let's get to the awards. For the best moment, I'll go with the whole Luger and DiBiase stable stuff. I'm not a fan of Luger, but they built the show surrounding this and they gave it a decent amount of time. For the worst moment, Owen and Brett's match for the title just announced on the SummerSlam update and then no follow-up. I used to be fine with these random announcements, but why are they doing it with the WWF title match at their biggest pay-per-view of the summer? For the wackest performer, there are two guys that were on the show getting wins and they aren't doing anything at the moment, so there will be a tie between Sparky Plug and Mabel. Sparky has been on the roster for half a year now, so they can't even say they're still establishing him by giving him wins. He's just doing nothing. So wackest performer because they really aren't part of anything, Mabel and Sparky Plug. Stand-up performer goes to Ted DiBiase. Some of this is already spoiled for me, so I gotta try and look at it with blind eyes. And the way that he's stringing things along makes it seem like he has Luger and Taker with all this stuff. He's doing some great work in my opinion. Again, let me know what you think if you have a different opinion in the comments or something. But yeah, stand-up performer goes to Ted DiBiase on this one. Just playing the $1 Million Team's manager really good. This episode of Raw is going to get a bad grade. Yeah, they had an opening, middle, and end with the whole DiBiase stable and with the whole two Undertaker situation at SummerSlam. But that shouldn't be the main focus, especially with Lex Luger not really acting any different to make it look like something's up with him and DiBiase. Luger is literally not showing any signs in his face or any kind of body movement that will lead us to believe that he's either with or not with DiBiase. He's still just coming out, having a match, leaving. Like, do something with your face. Pause on that, but come on, just add uncertainty so that we don't know for sure. But no, it's not even a for sure thing. It's not even a yes or a no or even a maybe. He's literally not doing anything. And then we have 4 jobber matches, plus the Lex Luger and Diesel title match that ends in a fuck finish. And then the WWF title match just gets a quick mention on a segment most people probably just skip. All around, not a show to go back and watch. So, with that being said, I'm out.